All right, hello everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Winning Circle Sports Betting Podcast. It is Wednesday, June the 26th. Holy cow, we're in like July already. Anyway, we are powered, as always, by the gamblersworld.net website, where you can find me and these two handsome guys. Nice haircuts for Jesse. Chip looking dapper this morning. Us and 7 other top handicappers and all of our plays always guaranteed on the packages. 3, 7, 30-day packages guaranteed, which means if we do not win, you get a credit and you could come back to somebody else and jump on them, and then we will make you a winner. Although I don't recommend jumping around to different cappers. If you like one of us, not even somebody on the show, stick with them. That's the way the betting world goes. You've heard us talk about that on here. The ebbs and flows of sports betting. Also, if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, share it out. Let your friends know. We are worldwide. Apparently in the comment section, we are getting stuff from overseas now. I love it. Love the comments. And we have a Twitter. Go find us there. And, of course, if you want to take a step further, support the show, again, the guaranteed picks are right there for you. But let's talk some NBA draft. That's all the show today, NBA draft, people. Number one pick. No, only kidding. Bronny James is going number one. Everybody knows that. Anyway, there's some humor for that'll get the comments going that the Lakers hire a maybe one of us will be up for a new job in the NBA. Who knows? And then our son could get drafted by that team. Anything's possible today, folks. Jesse, my guy, look at this haircut. Guy misses the show yesterday, and look at him. Spick and span, clean as a whistle. Look, it's shaved up, trimmed up top.
I missed the show. I was at the barber shop getting taken care of.
Handsome. I want to give you a hug. How you been? All right? What do you got going on? How's the weekend?
All right.
How's the weekend? It's Wednesday, but I haven't talked to you since last week.
It's been going good. I guess we did have a baseball winner yesterday with the over in Boston and Toronto. It was surprising to see the Blue Jays finally scored some runs. I was expecting the runs to come from Boston, but they all count the same way when you're betting on the over, so I'll take it.
Exactly. Chipper, how's the bases treating you? Good?
Yeah, it was great. We had a 3-0 day yesterday, highlighted by a mega buck winner once again with Cleveland over Baltimore. That makes us 24-9 in the last 17 days in Major League Baseball. So today I have only one play. It's a particularly strong play on an early play, but the beat goes on in Major League Baseball for us.
I had a losing day yesterday. I went 1-3. So 3-7 my last 2 days. Not good. I blame the Nationals. Hurting me. Taking leads, losing them late. That's my excuse when I'm taking dogs. But we'll bounce back. That's what we do here. But we got 3 more games for today. And we're going to jump right back to you, Chip, because you got the big bad Yankee Mets series. Boy, everybody loves the Yankees and Mets. Louis Gill, Sean Manaea. Yanks a 130 fave here, total 8.5. I've been talking to Louis Hill. I'm calling him Gill. I don't care. Gill, like the fish. And what about Bob around Bill Murray's neck? Louis Hill. I've said this, and as a Yankee fan, it's great. He's awesome. These innings are going to catch up to him. He's maxed out at 96 innings. He couldn't get out of 2 innings last start. The Yanks have dropped 5 of 6, 8 of 11. As good as they are, even that we see this, the best teams kind of regress. Bad teams win some in a row. And then you got Manaea. Listen, he's Sean Manaea, right? We expect what he is out of him. You look at his last 10 starts. He had 2 where he gave up 12 runs. He's given up 12 in the other 8 of those games. So is he due for a hiccup here? I don't know. Chip, this is all you. This is a Ross special. I know if Ross was here, it'd be Louis Hill and the Yanks to the bank for the homer. But I don't know where you're going with this one.
Well, 2 weeks ago, everyone had already counted the Mets out. They were 9 or 10 games under 500. They've been playing the best ball of any team in Major League Baseball the last 3 weeks, actually. And now they're 1 game under 500. They're handling the Yankees, and they seem to have a lot of momentum going right now. And the Yankees have only won 3 of their last 10, while the Yankees are 8-2 in their last 10. But this Gill, I don't know. I look at it G-I-L. I want to pronounce it Gill, but regardless, His ERA was at 1.77 going into his last start. He gave up 11 earned runs, and now it's 2.77. I think he's going to come back here against the Mets. I mean, the Mets have been hitting the ball, and even Lindor is getting hits for them. And but they're only 19-23 at home. They are still the Mets, and the Yankees still have a powerful lineup. Soto is back healthy. He had missed a game or two for possible injury. Judge had missed a game or two. He comes back with a grand slam yesterday. His Gill's numbers are Gil. I think they're pronouncing it Gil. His numbers are outrageous. Over 80 innings, 47 hits and 96 strikeouts in that time. I mean, that's dominating numbers. We know he got racked last time out. I expect a big comeback here for him. Manea is very hittable. We know that. He's 1-3 lifetime against the Yankees. Earn run average 4.5 in around there. I think the Yankees are the side here. It is going to be a sold out game at, well, I was going to say Shea Stadium, but Citi Field now. Yeah, it's creatures of habit. At least the Yankees have had 3 different stadiums, but it's always been Yankee Stadium. So
Yes.
I'm going to take the Yankees here over the Mets, and we'll see what happens. I don't like they're favored. What, $1.30? It came down last night. There was a higher opening line on. Yeah, and numbers come down, which means they're favoring the Yankees, and they're playing the Mets. Or the wise guys are right about taking one New York team over the other. But I'm going to take the Yankees here.
All right. Jess, what do you think about the Mets and the Yanks here?
I think Chipper makes a strong argument. I might attack it a little bit differently, though. I might say that if you like the Yankees, you might also like the over. And I might just look at a Yankees team total over, thinking that they're going to get to Manaea. And then I don't have to worry about what Gil does, because seems like we're not 100% certain. Is this guy the real deal? I'd rather just sit out on that one and bank on the Yankees to score their runs.
Yeah, I thought the Yankee game would be an under yesterday. I think Ross came out with the Yanks first 5, I believe. I was like, I sort of like the under. I thought Cole would shut them guys down yesterday. And again, they lose. And you look at this line, it's come down 15 cents. And now is it one of those too easy games? Like the Dodgers the other day were like a 125, 130 over the White Sox. You're like, what the heck is this? Like that the White Sox favored first 5, and now you got another low number. I don't know. It's a no thank for me. I'm down because I just think once a team's in a little rut, I'd want to go against them. But at a plus 110, 115, I don't know if it's really worth me trying to be slick. I'm going to take the Mets over the Yankees when, as Chip said, Gil got shelled. You expect to bounce back. He's had a great season. I don't know. Official play. Chip likes the Yankees minus $1.30 here over the New York Metropolitans. Jesse, we're going to go staying in the NL East here partially. Braves, Cardinals. Pair of hot teams. We got Palente is definitely on board here. Again, this is the problem with, planning these games out a little ahead of time. Now we got a double dip. There was a line out there with Sale is listed. We got the other kid listed here you're going to talk about because I think he's going to be the official kind of pitcher here. So we're going to say Braves minus 128.5, Cards at plus 105. Go for it. I know this is a tough one. Folks, the pitcher's listed one thing. It's a doubleheader. They flip guys around. We're pretty sure it's going to be Edinger, right, for Atlanta. But, Jesse?
Edler, yeah, no, and that's the guy I've got penciled in here. However, a lot of the things I was going to say really don't. It doesn't really matter, or I mean, it matters who's pitching. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to be the guy that's quoted saying it doesn't matter who's pitching, but a lot of the reason why I'm going to pick the home dog here is got nothing to do with pitching and everything to do with the fact that it's getaway day. It's the second game of a doubleheader. They're on the road. They're banged up. You got no Acuna. Orlando Arcia missed yesterday's game. Michael Harris is out. You got a ton of guys in the pitching staff that are out. So their pitching staff is thin here. You're going to tax a bunch of guys in the first game. Then you got the second game. It's hard. Just strategically, how invested do you want to be in game 2 of a doubleheader on the road when you're a banged up team? It just doesn't make sense that's where you're going to want to put your focus on. And you've got a Cardinals team that's won 6 of 8, 6 straight at home. Cardinals home record 21-15. Braves with a losing record on the road 19-20. Sure, if the Braves do send one of their better pitchers to the mound, they would deserve to be a favorite here. But if it's Bryce Edler, absolutely not. Much stronger play on the Cardinals if Bryce Edler is indeed the starter. But even if he isn't, I just think it's a great spot for the Cardinals as a home dog against a wounded team that is kind of real. I know they're playing well, but still, the injuries piling up and the fact that it's the second game of doubleheader just doesn't set up well for Atlanta for me. So Cardinals all the way, regardless who's pitching.
Chipper.
Well,
Nodding your head in agreement.
Well, I have trouble with doubleheaders to start with because, like Jesse said, you never really can be sure when you're going to get your starter. If Chris Sale is going to start in either of these games, I'm not going to fade him. I'm not going to play against him. I would be on him without any question. St. Louis is starting to play some ball after a horrible season last year. We had mentioned that. It's June 26th, by the way, fellas, and there is a few things I have to tell you about this date. 1916, the Cleveland Indians at the time were the first team to put numbers on the back of their uniforms. 1970, Frank Robinson hit 2 grand slams on this date, June 26th. And most important, in 2003, on this date, from St. Vincent's High School in Akron, Ohio, a guy by the name of LeBron James was drafted number 1. And he's still out there, and now he's playing with his son, most likely. I don't know about making a selection on this Braves game. Like I said, I would not. Jesse, I respect your opinion on this. You seem to have a pretty good feel for what's going on, particularly in the second game of the doubleheader. But I always like to know what the result of the first game is. I usually avoid doubleheaders, but my instinct would be to lean toward Atlanta, although St. Louis has been playing so well of late.
And I gotta say, with double headers, I'm of the mindset of if I can get a home dog in 2 games, I'm gonna take a home dog. Tough to sweep a double header. It's hard,
Yeah.
I get teams go win streaks, but a double dip's kind of tough because you got one in the bag, and then is the second one not a giveaway, but it's kind of like, all right, we got to win, and they switch the lineup up maybe. Here you are off it's not even a normal doubleheader, right? You're off a rain out kind of doubleheader. I kind of agree with Jess here as taking the home dog, just because I'd want them in both spots. And as much as the Braves are good, right? They're just as hot. They both won 7-10, although the Cards have won 4 straight in that allotment of games. Atlanta is still 44-29 to the under, so they're having trouble scoring runs, and they have a losing record on the road. So even if it's Sale, listen, Sale's a little. You'll be getting a better number, and it's kind of like, Palante versus Sale, cut and dry, but that's why he'd be a 180 fave. I kind of like Jess's spot here. Small little dog, and the team you mentioned, bad season last year. I had no faith in these guys this year either. I'm like, who'd you bring in? You bring in Sonny Gray, Lance Lynn, Milos, guy who's injured, just guys who are older and hurt. Kyle Gibson's another guy who's got some injury history. I did not think this team's going to be good, and yet they're in second place here. I think that's also partial that the Central is just a terrible, terrible division. But, so I'll be up next. But first, again, hit the like buttons for the channel, folks. And always, you can leave comments. They're welcome. We try to respond. I'll be doing the late game. And I chose it because it was late game. I'm like, you know what? That'll be fun. Nice little a bailout play. A nice winner for all the degenerates. Like, Cubs San Fran. The Cubbies, who I have an over-win ticket. What is going on with this club? This is like, can we send in the clowns? This is Blue Jay territory here. Time to break up the band, I think. They got some problems. There you go. Seth Roland, Wisniewski, and Birdsong. San Fran, a 125 fave. Total is 8. What? Really, Cubbies? I got nothing nice to say about the Cubs. And, Mom always told me, if you've got nothing nice to say about somebody, don't say anything at all. So I'm not. I'm going to move on here to Birdsong. And it's not Otis Birdsong, basketball player. Maybe it's a distant relative. I don't know. But this kid, number 6 prospect for the Giants. Great numbers in the minors. Last year, 3 ERA, 25 starts, a 2.13 batting average against. Not bad. 149 Ks in 100 innings. Before being called up here, how about 75 Ks in 57 innings? Those are Louis Heel type numbers. We're talking about youngsters. 196 batting average against. Not too bad. That's kind of things I like. I like the low batting average, and I'm facing a Cubby bunch who's underachieved all year. And Jesse, we don't like to hope and poop in our hands thinking team's going to turn it around. They are absolutely reeling. Bad on the road. 15-25. Are you kidding me? I know San Fran is the unsexiest team. Somehow they're going to make a wild card being like 87-81 or some nonsense, right? It's just going to be some ridiculous way for them to sneak in with a stat that's in shambles with 2 starting pitchers. They're bringing up guys left and right from the minors, and Solar hasn't hit, and the best player on their team, Wilmer Flores. I mean, like it's crazy. Actually, it's probably Ramos. Ramos has been tearing up for them, but I'm going to lay it a 120 here with San Fran at home with the youngsters. I'm a prospector when it comes to my little baseball card, so I like young guys, and he's got a nice little track record down there. It's not a kind of fill-in 4A type pitcher coming up where he's just going to say, all right, he'll go 2 innings and that's it. He's got 30-plus starts under his belt in the minors. I think they'll probably let him throw a few innings here. Why not? A team 10 games under 500 trying to find themselves in July. That's not a recipe for success. Give me San Fran minus the 120 here. And Jesse, what do you think about Mr. Birdsong and my San Fran pick?
Stop the presses, everyone. Sean Higgs is betting on a favorite. And anytime I see that, count me in, baby. Count me in. I hear you. There's reason for optimism with the young guy. There's not a lot of reason for optimism with the Cubs. And you don't want to be the guy sitting there saying, well, they're due, because you might be waiting a while if you're going to wait on struggling teams to turn things around. It's not a great strategy. So, yeah, sign me up with the Giants.
Chipper, make it a 3-for-all?
No, I think it's an ugly game. Let's put it this way. The Cubs, boy, they're floundering. I thought they were also a pretty good start. They've lost their last 3, 4 of the last 5. But the Giants, if you bet $100 each game on them for the season, right now you're stuck just under $1,000. And the Cubs are about minus 500. I really don't like the game at all. I would probably look toward the total. And with the Cubs striking out 15 times yesterday, I don't know how much run production they're going to produce here. It just seems like they've lost their power surge. The Cubs are a team, like you said, I haven't had much success on or against them this year. And so when you look at a team like that, it's a long season, and you look at it and you say, no matter which side I come with, I just don't feel comfortable with. So I would I might play this game and play the total, and there I wouldn't even know where to go with the pitchers that are out there. So I would play it over off of 15 strikeouts that the Cubs had yesterday, looking them to bounce back and make contact today.
You look at the Cubs lineup. I'm like, I like the lineup. I like Belly. I like Suzuki. I like Morel. I mean, they have guys you think it should be a decent lineup. It's terrible. I'm just staring at it here. I mean, like Wisdom, 200. Then everyday player batting 201 in Morel. I mean, we got 50. This is just sad baseball here. But officially, we're taking San Fran here. I said off air, I almost went or maybe I even said it at the beginning of the show. I was thinking a money line, or excuse me, a run line Ross B. Greedy special here at a plus 170 on San Fran, because if they're going to win, they're going to win. It's if they lose, it's a loss. But I like those big paydays. But I did go a favorite, which is a rarity, but it is what it is. Let's fast little recap here before I get to the recap. Major League Baseball package is up at GamblersWorld.net. $4.99 for the next. You got 3 full months in baseball playoffs, so you can't beat that. And again, any of the packages guaranteed. We win. Credit. You keep going till you make money. It's pretty cut and dry. Anyway, let's go. Jesse is rolling on St. Louis Cardinals. This is game 2. It's a doubleheader. We're not covering the 1 o'clock games at 11 o'clock in the morning. St. Louis, we're going to call it a plus 105. All right, nope. We'll just call it action at that rate. Chipper's coming in on the Yankees with Louis Heel minus a 130 clip. And I will be taking the San Francisco Giants with their youngster. I like those numbers from the young guy down the minors. They're minus 120 today. I usually say hit the like and subscribe and share, but I'm going to leave Jesse to tell you what to do with the big button down there.
Smash that like button.
There you go. And again, be sure to smash that. Subscribe to the channel. 13,500. I'm hoping to get to like 15,000 by, I want to say December, but it'd be really cool if we get 1,500 by football season. I don't think that's going to happen. But if you haven't, please subscribe. Let's get those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers, as our guy says in Wolf of Wall Street. Those are rookie numbers. All right. For Chipper, Jesse, and myself, have a good Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow. And I got, who do I have tomorrow? I think I got Doug and Chip with me tomorrow. There we go. More Major League Baseball and WNBA hot takes. Only kidding. No WNBA. All right, everybody. Have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.